Welcome. Today we are cooking up something seriously satisfying with a special guest today, Chef Bryan from Refire Kitchen. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Heidi. I'm really excited to be here and share with everybody and you Refire's Lasagna.
I heard that's one of your most famous recipes.
That is one of our most popular dishes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
This one is a showstopper and I can't wait for Chef Bryan to show me how to make it.
Okay, so here I've already sauteed off the beef and the Italian sausage.
Okay. Is this all done now?
This is all sauteed, ready to go.
Okay, so I'll get this out of your way.
Okay, next, I want to get the milk hot for the bechamel style sauce that we're gonna make.
Okay. Here, I'll help you get this crazy induction burner on. Don't want it to boil over.
Yeah, right. We'll just keep this on low right now, as long as it's hot when we're ready to make the sauce. Next, what we're gonna do is add the onion, the carrot, the celery, and the bacon to the food processor.
The bacon to the food processor?
Yeah,
okay.
So I know it sounds kind of odd, but what we're gonna do is grind all this up and make it almost into a paste. That's gonna give us the consistency we want for our bolognese sauce.
Okay, so it's like a nice sauce consistency.
That's right.
And you said something about the flavor.
By blending it, there's more surface area added to the bacon and the vegetables, so you do get more flavor extraction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want this ground up to a paste?
That's right.
Okay, and then what's gonna happen to it? You said it was gonna go get sauteed, right?
Yep.
About ready for you.
Awesome.
I'm just gonna stop and scrape down the sides here.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, this looks good. I've never ground bacon before.
Yeah, it works really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Perfect.
I have to say, I just love having someone else tell me what to do in the kitchen.
It's nice having a sous chef.
All right, is that ground up enough?
This is ground up just beautifully.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
I can actually smell the bacon. I'll take that.
Always be careful with the blade.
Yeah, okay.
And so we've got the pot on low, and we're just gonna add this to the pot.
Okay, all right, beautiful. Do you want to get that out of your way?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, so this is gonna saute for a few minutes. We want the vegetables to be soft, and we want all the fat to come out of the bacon.
And then that fat, I'm assuming, will help saute the veggies.
That's right. Yeah.
And then you're gonna add the beef to it?
That's right. After this gets sauteed, we're gonna add the beef and the Italian sausage mix back to the pot. And then all of our garlic seasonings will go in, saute that for a few minutes.
Okay.
And then we're gonna add our tomato and our beef stock.
So next is bechamel, right?
Yes, so for this pot, we're gonna put the butter in.
Okay, we're gonna put the butter in.
Yeah, just wanna melt the butter and add the onion to saute until soft. We'll just make sure the milk is nice and hot.
Okay.
Having the milk hot is gonna make it so the sauce doesn't lump up and it'll thicken almost immediately.
Yeah,
too,
right.
so.
Yeah. Bechamel, for those of you who don't know, is a basic white sauce. Probably many of you have made it, and then you often add cheese if you want to make mac and cheese.
Yeah.
It's just a fancy French term for a sauce we all make.
Yeah, and this isn't like your classic bechamel sauce. We're not gonna strain the onions out. We're gonna keep them in there. We're gonna add the cheese. We're even gonna add some white wine too.
That is it.
Sneaking in flavor wherever we can.
Yeah,
in this
that's
dish.
great.
Yeah.
So already we got sneaky layers of flavor. We got the bacon in here,
Yeah.
and then we have our white wine and cheese in our bechamel. Love
Yeah.
it. No wonder this lasagna is so popular.
Yeah.
But while we're waiting for this to saute, tell us a bit about your business. So you do ready to eat, ready to heat up meals?
That's right. Like the lasagna we're making today, you can come into the store and buy the exact same thing. And all you have to do is throw it in your oven. It takes about an hour and dinner's ready. Some of the other most popular dishes are shepherd's pie, chicken pot pie. We do some vegan vegetarian dishes too, like a chickpea curry.
Okay.
We do butter chicken. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. And we like to make it so you don't have to do any work. That's our goal.
I am in the wrong job.
Yeah.
Okay, so milk I'm seeing wisps of steam, so
Oh,
let's
yeah.
swap it out.
Okay,
Let's just put
sounds
the milk
good.
right here for a second,
Okay.
and then I'll put the butter there.
Okay, so we've got our cubed up butter into the pot right now. Once the butter's like just about melted, we'll add the onions.
Okay.
Once
And
the
then
onions are translucent,
Flour or wine?
then we're gonna add the flour.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, so we can add this. Turn it down just a little bit.
Okay, thank you.
The onions are chopped nice and small
Yeah.
so that they won't take long to cook.
Yeah.
And it won't really bother anybody because we are keeping it in the sauce.
Right, and that's actually a nice hack, because with bechamel, typically you have to strain out the onions,
Yeah.
which can be a bit of a pain. So not only are you making it easier for customers, you're making it easier for yourself.
Yeah, first make it easy for myself, then we can
Yeah,
make it
yeah,
easy
yeah.
for everyone
Yeah, I
else.
love it. Are we ready to add, do you think?
We are ready
Okay.
for the garlic and the seasonings.
Okay.
Yep.
This is my favorite part. Adding garlic is always my favorite part. So what is this that I'm putting in?
So we've got basil, thyme, oregano, chili, salt, and pepper.
Okay, love it. And then can I bring the beef back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, bring that back. We can give this like 30 seconds and then
Okay.
the beef can go right in.
Oh, it's smelling so good in here. Like that bacon, it's giving a beautiful smoky, meaty, rich smell, you know, and now the garlic and herbs. Wish you guys could be here.
Right in there, yeah.
Pop that in there.
And so now over here, we are ready for the flour.
Okay.
So I'm gonna whisk in the flour.
Okay, I'll stir this up then.
All right.
This is like a teamwork.
I like this.
You want your little flat whisk? So this is Brian's first time using a flat whisk.
Yeah.
It's my favorite tool to use when making a sauce, especially a small amount like that.
Yeah,
because it gets right into the corners.
Such a good suggestion. When you add the flour, you definitely want enough heat to cook it, but too much heat for something like this is gonna end up burning to the bottom of the pot. So this looks perfect. It's starting to get a little bit hot, but
so
not sticking to the bottom. So yeah, just pour that straight in.
Thing?
If you pour, I'll whisk, and
whisk one,
yeah, this is great.
Yeah,
you should come by the kitchen
I would love to.
We'll put you to work.
I thought it was going to be a VIP tour.
Well, one of those too, yeah.
Okay, so am I ready? I'm ready for the next step here?
That's right, yeah. So now we're gonna add our beef stock. We braise a lot of beef at Refire Kitchen, so this is our own beef stock, but at home you can use whatever you want. You can use those Tetra Pak beef stocks that you can purchase, or even a bouillon cube if that's what you have.
Right, okay.
We're all about
making it easy.
Yeah, making it easy and using what you have. The tomato product can go in right now too. Yeah.
So what have we got?
I got tomato sauce. It's 1 can of tomato sauce.
Okay.
This is kind of what I scoped out the grocery store, and that's what I could find.
Oh.
If you have crushed tomatoes or canned diced tomatoes, that would work as well.
And then this is tomato paste?
And that's tomato paste, yeah, and that's 1 can as well.
Okay. So you were just trying to adapt this recipe for home?
Yeah, pretty much the exact same recipe, but I wanted people at home to be able to make it without having to waste something. You don't want to open up a small can of tomato paste and have the other half of it sitting in the fridge, or you know.
That is true.
I'm gonna add the white wine right now too.
Okay.
A lot of people like to add the white wine in the beginning and cook it off a little bit. I find you get more flavor out of it by adding it after.
Okay,
and we're still gonna cook the sauce, so there is no alcohol that's gonna be left.
So that's just the dry white wine?
That's
right.
right.
And then this is some Parmesan?
Yep, that's some Parmesan cheese.
Okay, and you put that in at the very end?
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like that's thickening up nicely over
Yeah, it's getting real nice and thick, starting to bubble.
Okay.
And this is exactly what you want.
Right. For the viewers at home, important for bechamel, it has to boil in order for that flour to thicken. So we're going to simmer that for a while?
Yeah.
So it looks like both of these sauces have to simmer for what, 20 minutes?
20 to 30 minutes for the bolognese, and then probably about 15 minutes for the...
Okay.
Yeah.
So both of these sauces just have to simmer. We're well placed. When we're back in the kitchen, we can assemble this amazing Refire lasagna. But stick around. After the break, we're on the road.
Cooking on the Road is brought to you by Whisk Victoria, the small but mighty kitchen gadget store for every home chef.
I'm at Sea Dog Farm with Katie Connolly, one of the owners of the farm, and I'm super excited to get a tour. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for coming on this wet day.
Oh, it's great. I love a good West Coast misty wet day. You bought this farm after you retired or close to retirement, right?
We did.
And then decided to just take on like a double load in retirement being a farmer?
But it started small.
Yeah, it wasn't the plan.
It wasn't, I don't think it was the plan to be this busy. We plant and grow as if we're growing for a really large family, because that is who supports our farm, is the community.
Right.
Our most important crop financially right now is cut flowers and dahlias.
And dahlias, wow.
Yeah, my heart is with the vegetables, but vegetables, making a living as a vegetable farmer is really hard.
Yeah.
We have herbs interspersed with the tomatoes and the flowers to help bring pollinators in. We don't use any chemicals on the farm, so it's really important to keep those insects in balance. And we do that by not growing a monoculture, by having the flowers in between and a variety of crops all together with the herbs.
Right, and so it just helps with like the diversity and health of the farm?
Absolutely. So this is the multi-purpose room because we have dahlia tubers in here all winter long. And right now we've got the garlic drying and curing, the onions drying and curing, and then next come the drying beans, and then we start again with seedlings.
This really is a multi-purpose room.
So this was dug about a month ago, and now it needs to be cleaned and cut and ready to go on the stand. So I think that's our next job. We'll go over there and see Sean.
Okay, I'm being put to work. I am here with Sean, and what are we doing?
Well, we're going to prepare this garlic to go to the stand for our customers to purchase. So when we get the garlic after it's been hung to dry for a number of weeks, this is what it looks like. Obviously, somebody's not going to want to put that in their kitchen to start working with their chefly-like skills. So what we're going to do is we're going to prep this. So what we do is cut it to the right length, and I leave this stem a little bit longer than you would normally find in the store-bought stuff. And it sort of identifies it by the fact that this is not your traditional anybody grew the garlic. This is local garlic. So we just give it a cut right here.
Okay.
Okay. And then we're going to take the bottom and we're going to get rid of the root structure
hair?
on the hair, the root structure on the bottom. And we're not trying to expose the flesh of the individual pieces of garlic. We're just trying to keep it intact. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take off the outer soil covered layer so that you don't bring dirt into your kitchen. And so I just take off the first layer.
Okay.
You're just getting the dirt off it, make it clean and make it tidy. And there you go. That's perfect. You know, that's mine's not as good as yours. Mine's good enough for Sea Dog Farm there, but we'll do that.
Sea Dog Farm.
Right? And so we sell it based on weight. And so we have different weights.
Okay.
So we'll throw it on there. And what do you got?
71.
So that tells me we're at that's a $4 clove right in there.
Okay, perfect.
So and once we're finished processing all the garlic, we'll load it up in the ATV. So once you grab those there, Heidi.
These 2 $4 ones?
There you go, the $4 ones. We'll load it up in the stand. And you can take off your bib and you can hop on the ATV and drive on out to meet Elle at the stand.
Oh my God, okay. I don't know if I have a license to drive this thing.
Hey,
Hi.
come on over. So this is our stand. We have a bunch of fresh tomatoes and peppers. We have a salsa recipe.
And then you got a fridge of stuff?
we have a fridge, and here we have a list of everything that's in the fridge and over here. All right. Yes, we have that garlic you just prepped. So that can go right up here.
Okay, lengthwise?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's perfect. Garlic, beautiful. Everything on the stand is grown on the farm, and it's always fresh.
And delicious?
Yes.
Local, lovingly grown,
Yes. Yeah. All of
serving the
that.
community.
That's right.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Sea Dog Farm Stand, come check it out.
Cooking on the Coast is brought to you by Country Grocer with 11 convenient locations across Vancouver Island and Salt Spring.
Welcome back. We are here with Chef Bryan, and what are we making, Bryan?
We're making Refire Lasagna Bolognese.
Yes, and we are ready to layer it up. So
Yes.
tell us what's happening here. We've got the bolognese.
We've got the sauce simmering right here. One thing I think people should be aware of is just keeping an eye on this pot. It likes to reduce down. As it reduces and it bubbles, it starts to splatter all over the stove.
volcanically.
Yeah.
One of the suggestions I had was that you could also transfer it to an oven if you have an oven safe, pot, as long as there's no plastic handles.
The slow cooker
The
works
slow
really good
cooker,
too.
Instapot.
Yeah, so we have just the last 3 ingredients to add to the sauce right here. Now that we've evaporated a lot of that water out and built those flavors, we're gonna add some cream back in. Cream
like
for
it.
flavor and for mouthfeel, consistency.
Right. And it kind of cuts the acidity a little bit.
That's right.
too.
And also the sugar. We do add a little bit of sugar. It also cuts the acidity from the tomatoes.
love
It's
it.
pretty important. And then we've got just a bunch of fresh chopped parsley here. It tastes really fresh, really green.
Yeah.
Adds a nice element to the sauce.
I love it.
So-
I'm all about the fresh green herbs.
and that's it.
But luckily, you brought some already made.
Yes. It's a lot easier to build a lasagna when the sauce is cold.
Okay, there we go.
yeah.
Magic of chefs on TV. We got it sorted out.
Yeah.
And then how's the
So
bechamel?
the bechamel is almost ready to go. We're just gonna add the salt and we're gonna add some fresh grated Parmesan cheese.
Okay. Can I taste it?
Yes, please.
So you were saying even though the sauce is, the lasagna is easier to build with cold bolognese, the bechamel should be a bit warm.
Yes, I prefer to have the bechamel warm. It actually wilts the spinach just a touch. We're going to use fresh spinach when we build the lasagna, and it pours out of the container a lot easier.
That's so good. You're right. The white wine has so much more flavor when you
It
add it
really
like that.
does, yeah.
Because that one still needs to simmer. I'm going to taste.
Yes,
I'm
please.
going to heavily judge you now. I make a very good bolognese.
Yeah.
No judgment. Oh, that's so good. You can really taste the bacon, all the flavors. I can't wait to taste the lasagna.
Oh, me too. Yeah, it's great.
Okay, let's build this. You tell me what to do.
We've got the bolognese.
Okay.
This will be the first layer, okay? Grab your big ladle there, and we're gonna want 2 scoops of that on the bottom.
Okay. 2 full 6-ounce ladles.
Yeah.
Okay. And then just spread it out.
Yeah, a good trick for spreading it out sometimes on the bottom layer is just kind of giving out one of these.
Shake.
Yeah.
Or we have these little
Or
clean
we have a little
spoons.
spoon there too, yeah.
Okay. Okay, next, what do I do? Lasagna
So
noodles?
now we're gonna do lasagna sheets.
Okay.
So we've got fresh lasagna sheets. They don't need to be pre-blanched or anything
Okay.
before you build this.
And these are made locally, you said?
Yeah, these are made locally from Bag of Pasta. Christine makes wicked pasta.
Yeah.
You can pick it up at a lot of grocery stores in town. So,
Okay, show me the first
Yeah,
layer.
first layer, we're gonna go like this. It doesn't
Okay.
really matter if the ruffle side is in or out.
Okay. Oh, so they can overlap a bit?
Yeah, they can overlap overlap a bit. And the bottom layer, because the pan is kind of shaped concave like that,
Right.
it's smaller on the bottom and wider on the top.
Right.
We'll get 4 layers in the bottom. I've also cut these little strips.
Do we not put that there?
We don't need to on this layer.
Okay.
This is okay. For the next 2 layers after that, we're gonna fill in the gaps.
Okay.
So now we're gonna go 2 scoops of bolognese again.
Okay, this is like intense. I'm beginning to see why this is one of your most popular items. So full of stuff.
Yeah. Spread it all out right
Okay.
into the edges there.
Right into the
And
edges.
if you see any noodle, just add more sauce.
No, okay.
So the next layer, we're gonna do the 4 more sheets, just
4
like
more
I did
sheets.
before. But
Can
you can put them tight together this time,
Okay.
and then fill in the gaps with the.
Okay. Oh, you had them this way. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm good at teaching, not good at learning. This is feeling better to me. The gaps before were stressing me out.
I
I'm
know,
not
right?
gonna lie. Yay.
Okay, so this layer, this is now where the spinach comes into
So
play.
the whole-
yeah.
all
yeah,
the
all
spinach?
that spinach can go in there. This is
Okay.
just fresh baby spinach.
I know. I'm just totally blown away that you're putting fresh spinach and not frozen.
Yeah, we like the fresh spinach.
Yeah, I know. You like fresh everything. This
I
is
do
great.
like fresh. And then now with the bechamel sauce, we're just gonna pour this.
Do you want this?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just clear dishes. He brought these. These are special ladles from commercial kitchens. They're precisely measured. This is 3 ounce, this is 6 ounce.
That's right.
And you can get 2 ounce, 4 ounce. Yeah, they're used a lot.
Yeah, that's the key
can put
to
that
all
better
of our
'cause
Refire stuff is just making sure everyone's doing it the same, right?
Right, yeah,
So
exactly.
Probably 3 scoops.
3 scoops.
Yeah.
And it just kind of wilts the spinach a bit.
That's right.
And we're saving a bit for the top.
You are gonna have a little bit of bechamel left over, but not much.
I think that looks good.
That looks perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got this bit extra for me
Here,
to
I'll
take
get this
home
out
and
of the
eat.
way. That's right. So now we're gonna add some mozzarella cheese.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
No noodles,
So this is
mozzarella
the
cheese.
first,
Okay.
and you just need to add enough mozzarella to cover the layer.
Okay, cover the little
Yeah.
layer. So sort of like the sauce, I don't want to see anything.
That's right.
This is the kind of lasagna I love. You just cover, each layer
That's
is
perfect.
just bumping.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Now we're gonna go noodle again.
And same thing, I cover the entire thing.
That's right.
Okay. You want to give me a job now?
Wow, I was gonna say you're really good at this.
I hope so. I do have my red seal. Okay, now what?
Okay, so now we're gonna go bolognese again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you guys actually make money at this?
Yeah, I know, right? The thing with our food at Refire is the packages are full.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't always look like a giant package, but
It's
there's
like
a
loaded
lot of
to
food.
the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. We like it. Are we gonna cover it again? All
Yeah,
the
and
coverage?
totally covered. Yeah.
Okay.
So
More-
now, we're gonna cover the entire thing with mozzarella cheese. Yeah.
Wow.
So I think this was about a pound of mozzarella cheese.
Wow.
Yeah. You want the full fat mozzarella so that
Yeah.
it melts really
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
nice
yeah.
and stringy.
Okay, now what are we doing?
And so now we can grate some fresh Parmesan cheese, which we've already done.
Okay.
And this can go straight over the dish.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Any other magic tricks going on here? Because I feel like the layers keep coming, and then we have to cover it with foil. You said.
And then before that, we'll just add some parsley, just for color, a little bit of fresh flavor in there.
So when customers come to buy this in the store, they get half of one of these.
We have 3 different sizes. We sell one that's half the size.
Yeah.
We sell one that's half the size of that. We call it like a single portion.
Okay.
And then we also have a family size. It's like feeds 8 to 10. So
So we're gonna cover this with foil.
that's right. You can just kind of tent it a little bit. So
And then we'll just pop that in the oven. So
That
what
goes-
do you say, like a 350 convection?
I'd say 375
Okay.
in your home oven. So
Okay,
no
okay.
convection, no
Okay.
fan. Yeah.
Okay. Can you help me open the
Yes.
oven? Thank you.
All right.
All right. This is gonna be amazing. Okay, but through the magic of television, what have we done?
So we've got our fully cooked lasagna coming out of the oven right now.
Because this takes over an hour to cook.
Yeah.
At the halfway point, we put it on a tray because it was so full, it was boiling over.
Yeah.
Look at that. All right, let's
tray.
just take this off so everyone can see the
right.
beautiful layers. Ooh. Wow, that is a work of art. I also got things ready to make a Caesar salad to go with it. So
It's amazing.
that smells amazing.
Yeah. I like to run the knife around the edges first.
good call.
Make sure it's not going to stick to anything on the way out.
And so you just cut it right down the middle. That's the plan.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get some plates out in a sec, but let me just get the Caesar mixed. Extra croutons. Ooh, smelling so good. This is fun. I like cooking with somebody else.
I know, right?
All right,
Yeah.
here we go.
All right. The first piece is always kind of hard to get out.
It's like the pan of brownies.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, it's
1,
so
2,
gooey.
3.
Oh, there we go.
All right, there we go.
That was fantastic.
That's awesome.
Okay, I think they look great. So I'm just gonna throw a bit of Caesar on there. Oh, I got some like really fluffy, freshly grated Parma. You cool? if I
That
put
looks
that? Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Don't be shy with that.
Don't be shy with that. Oh my gosh, this looks so fantastic.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. This is great.
I'm so excited to dig in. These lasagnas are golden, gooey, packed with flavor. Everything you love turned up to 11. Is it okay? Could you cut me a piece?
I would love to cut you a piece.
All right,
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Fork for you.
Oh, thank you.
I feel like you've probably had this many times.
I've had a lot of lasagna. Yeah.
That is so good. So much
That's great.
flavor, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Oh my God, this is actually legitimately one of the best lasagnas I've ever had.
Thank you, Heidi. I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much for coming. It was a pleasure having you in the studio.
It was great to be here, and I can't wait to dig into your Caesar salad.
Okay, well, yeah. There you go.
Excellent. So, come on, crouton.
Oh, I heard that crunch from here.
Wow.
Was that good?
That dressing is amazing.
Thank you.
Nice work.
All right, teamwork makes the dream work. Thank you,
bet.
Brian.
Thank you so much, Heidi. This has been great.
Pairings are brought to you by Liquor Plus. Discover the plus.
This lasagna is so good, so full of bold and rich flavors, and I'm really curious to know what we would pair with this. Luckily, we have my friend Shannon here from Liquor Plus once again to show us how to pair with a meal.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
So I just thought, this time of year, what would be better than Italian red with the lasagna? So this is a wine from Tuscany. It's Chianti, so Sangiovese. When you're walking down the Italian wine aisle, you see Chianti, it means Sangiovese. So high acid, red grape variety that's relatively kind of thin-skinned, that typically has like maybe a little bit of Cabernet Sauvignon blended into it just to bolster the body of it a little bit more. Really fresh, really like bright red fruit. So would probably go really well.
Yeah,
with
with a really
tomato
rich lasagna. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Okay. Yeah.
So this is
that's very bright.
This Carpenetto has been around since the 60s, and they're really focused on really sustainable kind of practices in their vineyard and winery. So I really love to support brands like this.
Yeah, no, I love that too. And I'm really curious to try this with the salad actually, because I just found this wine very bright. Actually, that went really well. I found it tastes really good with both the salad and the lasagna. That was great.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect pairing.
It is a perfect pairing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And thank you for joining us in the kitchen. I'm Chef Heidi Fink. Big thanks to Chef Bryan for sharing his Refire Lasagna recipe. Until next time, keep cooking, keep exploring, and remember, the more you learn, the better it tastes. This lasagna is banging. I've never put bacon in lasagna before, but it's really good.
You could put bacon in like everything.
You could put bacon in everything, that's true.
I like that there's, some vegetables in it, some spinach, You're getting
Onions, carrots, celery. Actually has a whole bunch of ground up veggies in it.
perfect. So it could be like another, good option for what to feed your kids.
Totally. Yeah, they would never know.
Right.